I get up at about 5:30, so I've normally been up for 3 or so hours before I have it. So.
Right. It's like a midday smoothie.
Yeah.
I'm up for them.
Yeah, I'm off whenever I'm off to have lunch. Everyone at work's having their breakfast.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that I did have for you this week, mate, was what about the next 6 months are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, well, there's a few things. In terms of the shutdown and the opportunities it's created for us, the biggest project I'm excited about is this one. Yeah. There's some really, as you know, and our loyal fans may have picked up on, there's some great things in the pipeline. So some cool announcements coming out in the next couple of weeks about how we're expanding this show, some cool guests we're looking at having in. And I think what I love about this is I enjoy Christianity where theology and real life meet.
Yeah. And
I think this format enables us to unpack that a little bit more than a Sunday sermon necessarily does. Yeah. And I love preaching, but it's a monologue, isn't it? And preaching's very important. I'm not, it's one of those things, everyone's excited at the moment because it's new. But I think in 3 months' time, if we're still in this situation, people will be not as excited about all the newness.
Yeah.
But one of the things I'm hearing is, the church is going to look so radically different. I'm like, okay, some elements are going to look different, but actually the proclamation of the word of God is vital. So I'm all for that, but I think this format offers something different. It's something you and I and the producer have talked about for a long time, and we've finally got time to put into it. So this is probably the thing I'm most excited about.
Yeah, I think because for me, one of the big reasons that I wanted to be doing this was because I do feel I learn just as much, if not more, from the conversations that we have as, a sermon on a Sunday. And maybe that's because every sermon you've done, we've normally had like 3 conversations about that topic beforehand. So maybe that's why I'm like, I already knew this.
Move on, Caleb.
What he's talking about. Give me something new, mate.
Haven't you done like a 10-week series on this already?
So we're done he's just fleshed it all out in his mind with me first. So but I definitely, I think, learn really well in that conversational setting. So that's why I'm really passionate about this. So I'm definitely looking forward to where this project can go and all that's ahead of it. And for what it looks like for the church, abroad, what can be built into the church that maybe wouldn't have been prioritised otherwise, that will then be able to remain and stay a part of it. And hopefully it's an opportunity to add in some good stuff, get rid of some stuff that we had just been doing because hopefully there's some sacred cows that don't come back.
Yeah.
And because it is interesting because there are certain people that are going to be like, I just can't wait things to get back to normal. Yeah. And it's sort of, this is our opportunity. Let's not waste it to actually, there's some stuff that just doesn't have to come back. So if there's things that we had been before wishing could just, it's like, why are we even doing this? But it's just what we've always done, and it's got momentum, so this continues. That now that it doesn't have that momentum element, you can sort of start afresh and press restart.
Yep, that's right. And I think it's also just resetting ourselves in our spirit. Like, for me, it's less important about the stuff, as maybe it's more important that we just sharpen our focus and the areas that we're investing the majority of our time. And that, of course, will influence the stuff. But if we're just moving the chairs around on the deck of the Titanic, what's the point? Yeah. But if we're actually fundamentally going, wow, we've been putting a lot of effort into here, and actually when you look at the week as a whole and the amount of people we're able to influence, that's too much effort into a short amount of time. That's only, and so I think it's that opportunity to ask some deeper questions that will then influence what we do, rather than just keeping the conversation shallow about, now we're going to do this and now we're going to do that. Yeah. It needs to go deeper than that. Yeah. And I think that hopefully, as leaders, they're the things that we're reflecting on in this time and watching, where are we actually being able to reach more people? Where are we seeing this increased growth in people? One of the things I am excited about it, and we've been encouraging people to be following a Bible reading plan, and the idea of, we'll see personal growth through joint devotion. Yeah. And maybe that's a great thing that's going to come out of this, really shifting the onus back and encouraging people, that you're taking some personal responsibility, doing it as a journey, doing it together, but taking that time to read and study and dig into things yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a cool shift. So there's some of the, where's growth happening? Where are people deepening their faith? Where are we reaching people we haven't been able to reach before? And where's our focus and our effort have to shift? And those things should inform what we bring back and what we don't bring back.